This is a Melodies Ambience podcast. Hello, my name is Melody, and welcome to Melodies Ambient Sleep. This podcast is designed to help you relax, unwind, and drift off into a peaceful sleep. Each episode typically features 25 minutes of calming ambient sounds and soothing music, paired with a new story or poem, read by me in my soothing voice. However, this special episode will feature something a little different. My childhood memories of trying to sleep and waking up early on Christmas morning. As this episode is going to be a bit different, then let's begin. A Child's Christmas. The heavy duvet provides a perfect cocoon against the sharp chill of the winter night. But tonight, sleep remains a distant shore. My mind is too busy, reviewing the events of the last few days with tiring clarity. I need to silence the noise. I close my eyes and consciously draw on a memory, the one that guarantees immediate peace and profound contentment. The first hour of a childhood Christmas morning. I picture the room as it was then, vividly, in my head. I remember the nervous, humming anticipation that filled me, a pleasant, soft feeling, like being wrapped in warm wool. It kept my eyelids flickering against my will, just as my worries do now. I focused on my breathing then, trying to make each inhale long and gentle, hoping the steady rhythm would lull my thoughts into quietude. I counted the seconds between the distant sounds of the town, which were faint and infrequent. Every sensation was amplified in the hushed quiet of that bedroom, and I recall them now. The slight scratch of the wool blanket, the soft thump of my own heart against the pillow, even the subtle shift of air in the enclosed space. I considered peeking, just to see the clock face, but decided against it. I knew that knowing the time would only make the remaining hours stretch out like elastic, unbearable in their slowness. Instead, I let my imagination wander, conjuring images of the world outside the window. I pictured the slate roofs and chimney pots dusted with a crisp, brilliant white. I began to dream of snow, not the messy, sleety kind, but perfect, star-shaped flakes drifting down in a smooth, quiet curtain. It would transform the familiar lane into something magical. In my mind's eye, the garden was already covered, the branches of the old oak tree bowing gracefully under the weight of the fresh fall. turning the world outside into an illustration from a festive card. This vision of a pure, untouched landscape always gave way to the true focus of my excitement, the room downstairs. I imagined the sitting room, currently dark and closed, waiting for me. I pictured the magnificent fir tree standing proudly in the corner, strung with warm amber lights and draped with shiny tinsel. I could almost smell the faint pine scent mixing with wood smoke. Beneath its lowest branches lay the assortment of beautifully wrapped gifts. They sat like silent, colorful sentinels, holding the promise of delight and surprise, waiting for their unveiling. The thought of those waiting treasures downstairs was thrilling, but the more immediate prize was much closer. I recall shifting onto my side and my foot nudging something soft and bulky at the bottom of the bed. The stocking. It was heavy, reassuringly weighted down with its collection of small, mysterious items. This was the ritual I truly adored, the early, secret inspection, the moment that was entirely mine. A thin, gray light was filtering around the edges of the curtain then. It wasn't full day, but it was enough to make out the shape of the large, knitted sock, beckoning me up from the covers. I slid one hand out from beneath the warm duvet, stretching my arm out slowly and silently. My fingers grasped the rough wool, and I carefully hauled the bulging stocking onto the bedding. I gently eased the contents out, careful not to tear the crisp packaging. The first items were predictably familiar. A sweet orange, a few golden-wrapped chocolate coins, and a small, shiny pencil case. But nestled further down was a small, heavy cube of cardboard. I opened it with focused attention, discovering a set of 20 wooden cubes, each side painted with part of a colorful picture puzzle. This was the height of morning joy then, a quiet, engaging task to fill the hours. I pushed the soft gold wrappers of the chocolate coins aside and began to arrange the small blocks on my pillow. The gentle click of wood on wood fades away, replaced by the soft whisper of the present night air. The warmth of that complete, contented memory washes over me, relaxing my shoulders. I breathe deeply once more, and finally at peace, surrender to the heavy, sweet pull of sleep. Dear listener, I hope that wherever you are tonight, you too can find a corner of quiet contentment, perhaps by revisiting a treasured memory of your own. Even when the world outside seems busy or the pace of life feels too fast, there is immense strength in pausing to recall the simple, pure joys of the past. We all carry that child who lay awake, buzzing with anticipation for a better morning. Know that the magic you felt is not lost. It simply transforms. It becomes the deep, grounding peace you find in a warm home, the quiet satisfaction of good company, or the soft glow of lights on a chilly evening. As this special season approaches, I sincerely hope you find the space to breathe and to cherish those moments of effortless wonder, whether they are new or remembered. May your holidays be filled with ease, warmth, and the kind of gentle joy that truly settles the soul. Remember to be kind to yourself and let the light of the season fill you up. Wishing you a very happy and fulfilling Christmas. Melody. Thank you so much for listening. In the next episode, we will return to the usual ambience of calm and peace.